Well, good morning once again. We're just getting into the afternoon, 12:01. Marathon releases Series 1. We're on to 17,902, case random number 2. We're going to randomize our 32 participants 4 times. 32. NHL teams 4 times. Is sound okay? Yes, no, maybe? Wiggle, wiggle. Oh, we're good? Whew. You got me worrying, Terry. All right, here are the 32 participants, 17,902. We got Decky, R. Bruin, 1, Andrew Goodyear, Dang Nagu and Aaron Kaiser, Terry Lynn, which toe is it? R. Bruin, Elvis 62, Fred de St. P, JF Rulo, Jonathan Bluet, Hugh Jorgen, Aaron Kaiser, JF Rulo, Alan B-Boy, Walt Ryan, Batwang, Alan B-Boy, R. Bruin 1, Jonathan Bluet, Stephen Raymond, JF Rulo, Fred de St. P, Matt B, Decky, Robert Roper, Nicholas Castle, Andrew Goodyear, Slick Rick, Jay McMurray, and Kiefer 10. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elvis 62 at the top. Fred de St. P at the bottom. Confirm 4 times. Let's paste. Back over the randomizer. Got all 32 NHL teams. Ducks drew to the Jets 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Buffalo at the top. Florida at the bottom. Confirm 4 times. Let's paste. Let's print. And then I'll give you guys a minute or two to review your team assignments. And then we'll get break and try to save my voice for the break. I don't think the link is working, Steve. Yeah, I don't think links work. And eventually you'll get one. Who'd you get this time around? Florida, Colorado? All right, 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds. All right, final look. Let's get rolling. Enjoy Series 1 case random number 2. If there are any issues with sound, or if I sound terrible, let me know. All right, good luck, everyone. Here we go with box number 1, case number 2, Series 1 release. We start with the Dazzlers Blues, Sam Reinhart, Florida. Makar Canvas for the Avalanche. Composition Stutzla, Ottawa. Encore Noah Dobson for the Islanders. Zach Hyman, Cup Quest speckled for Edmonton. Tracking Systems, Jordan Binnington for the Blues. Compadres, Hughes and Hughes, Jack and Luke, New Jersey. Zane Paddock, Young Guns for Calgary. Portrait of Tage Thompson, Buffalo. Encore Mackenzie Weegar for the Flames. Sizzle Reel, Quinn Hughes, Vancouver. Sam Renzo, Young Guns for Chicago. Sizzle Reel Red, Connor McDavid, Edmonton. Sizzle Reel Nathan McKinnon for the Avalanche. Cup Quest, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Edmonton. Elias Pettersson, canvas for the Canucks. Colton Dach, Young Guns, Chicago. Portrait, Austin Matthews, Toronto. Rookie, Ivan Demidov, Encore, Montreal. Tracking System, Stuart Skinner for the Oilers. Young Guns, Tim Washi for the Ducks. Darren Radish, Ooper, Silver, Tampa. Bustle, Tyler Bertuzzi, Chicago. Compositions, Clayton Keller for Utah. Canvas, Matt Barzal for the Islanders. Jakob Skarek, Young Guns for the Islanders. Goal-oriented, Nathan McKinnon for the Avalanche. Clear Cut, Dylan Guenther for Utah. Encore, Alex Tuck, Buffalo. Tracking System, Samuel Urson, Philly. Bustle, Brady Tkachuk, Ottawa. Rodrigo Abols, Young Guns for Philly. Goal-oriented, Jesper Bratt, New Jersey. Bustle, speckled, Matthew Nyes, Toronto. Dylan Larkin, canvas, Detroit. Alex Ovechkin, compositions for the Capitals. Box 2. Encore, Andrei Vasilevsky, Tampa Bay. Halibut, Cup Quest, speckled for the Jets. Askarov, Tracking Systems, San Jose. Compadres, DeBrincat, Larkin, Detroit. Victor Osman, Young Guns for Seattle. Cup Quest, Connor Bedard, Chicago. Dazzlers Blue, Artem Levushnov, Chicago. Owen Power, canvas for Buffalo. Portrait of William Eklund for San Jose. Encore, Travis Sanheim, Philly. Sizzle Reel, Leon Draisaitl for the Oilers. Rory Cairns, Young Guns for Calgary. Brandon Dillon at a 250 Deluxe for the Devils. Sizzle Reel, Kent Johnson, Columbus. Goal-oriented, Austin Matthews, Toronto. Darcy Kemper, canvas, LA. Sam Morton, Young Guns for the Flames. Compositions, Anse Kopitar, LA. Encore, Sergei Bobrovsky, Florida. Tracking Systems, Logan Thompson for the Capitals. Gabe Petto, Young Guns for the Rangers. Outburst Silver, Vincent Trocheck for the Rangers. Lane Hudson, Bustle for Montreal. Nazem Kadri, portrait for Calgary. Logan Cooley, canvas for Utah. Yanni Nyman, Young Guns, Seattle. Compositions, Tyler Toffoli, San Jose. Young Guns clear cut, Parker Ford for the Jets. Encore, Cale Makar for the Avalanche. Tracking systems, Philip Glubauer, Seattle. Bustle, Matt Boldy, Minnesota. Young Guns, Donovan Sabrango for Ottawa. Cup Quest, Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. Final pack, box 2. Sizzle Real Speckled, Mason Marchment, Dallas. Owen Tippett, canvas for Philly. Portrait, Cale Makar for the Avalanche. Box number 3. Pack 1, box 3, random number 2. Matthew Nyes, Encore, Toronto. Speckled compositions, Kyle Connor for the Jets. Tracking systems, Thatcher Demko, Vancouver. Bustle of Logan Stankoven, Carolina. Young Guns, Carter Mazur, Detroit. Compositions, Nick Suzuki, Montreal. Dazzlers Blue, Alex Ovechkin for the Capitals. Clayton Keller, canvas for Utah. Goal-oriented, Nikita Kucherov, Tampa Bay. Encore, Mika Zibanejad for the Rangers. Tracking systems, Sergei Bobrovsky, Florida. Oliver Moore, Young Guns, Chicago. Zane Parik. Population count 1,000 for Calgary. Compadres, Kucherov and Hedman, Tampa Bay. Portrait, Dalibor Dvorsky for the Blues. Troy Terry, canvas for the Ducks. Ozzy Weisblatt, Young Guns for Nashville. Compositions, Jack Hughes, New Jersey. Encore, UC Sados, Nashville. Sizzle Real, Connor McDavid for the Oilers. Joakim Kamel, Young Guns, Nashville. Evgeny Malkin, Outburst Silver for Pittsburgh. Sizzle Real, Cale Makar for the Avalanche. Cup Quest, Kirill Kaprizov, Minnesota. Jake Sanderson, canvas for Ottawa. Artem Levushnov, Young Guns, Chicago. Portrait of Alex Ovechkin for the Capitals. Black and white canvas, Mario Ferrero for the Sharks. Morgan Riley, Encore, Toronto. Sizzle Real, Luke Hughes, New Jersey. Sizzle Real, Ovechkin for the Capitals. Cam Lund, Young Guns for the Sharks. Cup Quest, DeBrincat, Detroit. Final pack, box 3. Sizzle Real Speckled, Luke Evangelista, Nashville. Ross Colton, canvas for the Avalanche. Portrait, Matt Zuccarello, Minnesota. It's going to move a stack of base. We'll move on to box 4. Yeah, Levushnov and Oliver Moore has very good potential. All right, box 4. Case random number 2, Series 1 release day. This guy, Artem Levushnov, Encore, Chicago. Portrait, Josh Morrissey for the Jets. Sizzle Real, Owen Tippett for Philly. Sizzle Real, Sidney Crosby, Pittsburgh. Young Guns, Noah Oslin for Buffalo. Goal-oriented, Kirill Marchenko Columbus. Dazzlers blue, Logan Cooley, Utah. Shesterkin canvas for the Rangers. Compositions, Robert Thomas for the Blues. Seth Jones, encore for Florida. Tracking Systems, Wall for Toronto. Jacob Gauthier, Young Guns for Philly. Got a goal-oriented red. Steven Stamkos, out of 199 for Nashville. Bustle Evander Kane for the Oilers. Cup Quest, Hellebuck for the Jets. Canvas, Dylan Holloway for the Blues. Justin Robitaille, Young Guns, Carolina. Portrait of Brant Clark, L.A. That is awesome. Adam Fantilli, encore, Columbus. Tracking Systems, Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. Young Guns, Jacob Melanson, Seattle. Outburst Silver, Leo Carlson for the Ducks. Compadres, Ovechkin Wilson for the Capitals. Cup Quest, Kempe for L.A. Huberdeau canvas for Calgary. Young Guns checklist, Demidov and Levushnov. So Montreal, Chicago random at the end. Portrait of Wyatt Johnston for Dallas. Encore blue, Chris Letang, Pittsburgh. Rossi encore for Minnesota. Tracking Systems, Andrei Vasilevsky, Tampa Bay. Compadres, Slavkovsky Laine, Montreal. Dominic Shine, Young Guns for Detroit. Compositions, Kyle Connor for the Jets. Final pack, box 4. Bustle Speckled, Moritz Seider, Detroit. Carter Verhaeghe, canvas for Florida. Goal-oriented, Braden Point, Tampa Bay. Box number 5. Encore blue, Mackenzie Weegar for the Flames. Encore Mark Stone, Vegas. Tracking Systems, Samuel Montembeault for Montreal. Compadres, Forsberg, Yossi, Nashville. Colton Dock, Young Guns, Chicago. Portrait of Jonathan Marchessault, Nashville. Bustle Speckled, Seth Jarvis, Carolina. Nick Foligno, canvas, Chicago. Macklin Celebrini compositions for the Sharks. Encore Devin Taves for the Avalanche. Matthew Nyes, Bustle, Toronto. Noah Osland, Young Guns for Buffalo. Young Guns, Outburst Silver, Dominic Shine for Detroit. Tracking Systems, Jake Ottinger, Dallas. Goal-oriented, Connor McDavid for the Oilers. Nikushkin canvas for the Avalanche. Ian Moore, Young Guns for the Ducks. Erik Karlsson compositions for Pittsburgh. Evan Bouchard, encore for the Oilers. Tracking Systems, Joey Decord, Seattle. Skylar Brindamore, Young Guns, Carolina. There's our first holotypes. Nice hit for the Canucks. Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes, holotypes for Vancouver. Alex Tuck Bustle for Buffalo. Compositions, Kachuk for Florida. Canvas, Connor McMichael for the Capitals. Elias Pettersson, Young Guns, Vancouver. Goal-oriented Lucas Raymond, Detroit. Encore Yuri Slafkovsky, Montreal. Goal-oriented speckled Kirill Marchenko, Columbus. Sizzle reel Jacob Markstrom for the Devils. Sizzle reel Brady Tkachuk, Ottawa. Jack Finley, Young Guns, Tampa. Cup Quest Jason Robertson, Dallas. Final pack, box 5. Dazzlers Blue, Brant Clark, L.A. Bennington canvas for the Blues. Portrait Matthew Wood, Nashville. On to box 6, halfway mark. Case random number 2. Yeah, Washington with Leonard for sure. Shifley Encore for the Jets. Portrait speckled Wyatt Johnston, Dallas. Sizzle reel Mason Marchment, Dallas. Bustle Dylan Holloway for the Blues. Young Guns Parker Ford for the Jets. Compositions Philip Forsberg, Nashville. Dazzlers Blue Sidney Crosby, Pittsburgh. Letang Canvas, Pittsburgh. Goal-oriented Cole Caulfield, Montreal. Encore Frank Vetrano for the Ducks. Sizzle reel Luke Evangelista, Nashville. Jacob Gauthier, Young Guns for Philly. There's a nice hit for Carolina to 250. Deluxe Young Guns. Ryan Suzuki. Ryan Suzuki for Carolina. Tracking Systems, Merzlikins, Columbus. Brandon Hagel, Portrait, Tampa Bay. Young Guns Canvas. Jacob Melanson, Seattle. Carson Dorwart, Young Guns for Philly. Compositions, Matty Beniers, Seattle. Boone Jenner, Encore for Columbus. Bustle Seth Jarvis, Carolina. Ryan Leonard, Young Guns for the Capitals. Well, it's a Ryan Suzuki box. The Young Guns Outburst Silver of Ryan Suzuki for Carolina. Compadres, Makar McKinnon for the Avalanche. McCann Cup Quest for Seattle. Kevin Hayes, Canvas for Pittsburgh. Matthew Wood, Young Guns, Nashville. Zach Werenski, Portrait for Columbus. Jason Robertson, Clear Cut for Dallas. Oliver Moore, Encore, Chicago. Bustle Moritz Sider, Detroit. Sizzle reel, Evan Bouchard for the Oilers. Sam Renzo, Young Guns for Chicago. Cup Quest, Timo Meyer, New Jersey. Final pack, box 6. Tracking Systems speckled, Gustafson for Minnesota. Jared McCann, Canvas, Seattle. Portrait, Dougie Hamilton, New Jersey. It's going to move a stack of basin cards, guys. Then we'll roll with box number 7. All right, give me one moment, guys. Can grab another bottle of water and we'll roll with box 7. All right, moving on to box number 7. This is case random number 2, 17902. We'll see how I do, Rob. We'll see how I do. Try my best. All right, pack 1, box 7. Varlamov Outburst Silver for the Islanders. Sizzle Reel Reinhardt for Florida. Cup Quest Martinichis for the Avalanche. Adam Lowry Canvas for the Jets. Young Guns Nikita Tolopilo for the Canucks. Portrait of Getty Malkin, Pittsburgh. Encore Alex Ovechkin for the Capitals. Robert Thomas, Compositions for the Blues. Tracking Systems, Linus Allmark, Ottawa. David Pasternak, Encore for Boston. Tracking Systems, Peter Kochkov, Carolina. Tim Wash, Young Guns for the Ducks. Philip Forsberg, Population Count 500, Nashville. Compadres, Hellebuck Morrissey for the Jets. Cup Quest, Thatcher Demko, Vancouver. Sam Rinzel, Young Guns Canvas, Chicago. Riley Duran, Young Guns for Boston. Patrick Laine, Portrait, Montreal. Jordan Binnington, Encore for the Blues. Sizzle Reel Pasternak for Boston. Dalibor Dvorsky, Young Guns for the Blues. I think he'll be a great player. Kiefer Sherwood, Bustle for the Canucks. Young Guns, Justin Robida, Carolina. Goal-oriented Alex Ovechkin for the Capitals. Dazzlers Blue, Joey Decord, Seattle. We got the canvas checklist, Kaprizov and Ovechkin. Mini Washington random at the end. Compositions, Makar for the Avalanche. Black and white canvas, Leon Draisaitl for the Oilers. Encore Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. Sizzle Reel Austin Matthews, Toronto. Sizzle Reel Sergei Bobrovsky, Florida. Young Guns Nicholas Coco, Seattle. Compositions, Jake Gunsel for Tampa Bay. Final pack, box 7. Compadres, Makar McKinnon Speckled for the Avalanche. Ottinger Canvas for Dallas. Goal-oriented Steven Stamkos, Nashville. Box 8. I am enjoying the design from Series 1. Encore Philip Forsberg, Nashville. Tracking Systems, Dustin Wolf, Calgary. Matthew Robertson, Young Guns for the Rangers. Outburst Silver, Michael Kesselring for Utah. Compadres, Aho and Svechnikov, Carolina. Compositions, Quinn Hughes, Vancouver. The best photo, best canvas in Series 1, Dylan Cousins. The Pretzel, we'll call it the Pretzel card. And there's Ivan Demidov, Young Guns for Montreal. Congrats to the Canadians. Goal-oriented Sam Reinhart, Florida. Dazzlers Blue, Jake Neighbors for the Blues. Caulfield Canvas for Montreal. Barzal Compositions for the Islanders. Encore of Barkov, Florida. Tracking Systems, Cam Talbot, Detroit. Mark Catcomb, Young Guns for the Islanders. Exclusive out of 100, Igor Shinakov, Columbus. Buffalo and Tippett, Philly. Cup Quest, Tage Thompson for Buffalo. Michael Callahan, Young Guns canvas for Boston. Rodrigo Abols, Young Guns for Philly. Quinn Hughes portrait for the Canucks. Moritz Seider encore for Detroit. Portrait of Brant Clark, LA. Sizzle reel Mason McTavish for the Ducks. Sizzle reel Cole Perfetti for the Jets. Young Guns Jakub Skarek for the Islanders. Leon Draisaitl portrait for the Oilers. Encore Blue, Alex Tuck, Buffalo. Svechnikov, Encore, Carolina. Tracking Systems, Darcy Kemper, LA. Compadres, Lafreniere Panarin for the Rangers. Jacob Quillen, Young Guns, Toronto. Goal-oriented, Kirill Kaprizov, Minnesota. Final pack, box 8. Bustle Speckle, Dylan Holloway for the Oilers. Canvas of Laine for Montreal. And we got a David Pastrnak Compositions for Boston. Box number 9. Box 9, break 17902. Black and white canvas, Lucas Dostal for the Ducks. Timo Meier encore for New Jersey. Sizzle reel Cam Fowler for the Blues. Sizzle reel Nazem Kadri, Calgary. Ian Moore, Young Guns for the Ducks. Cup Quest, Erik Karlsson, Pittsburgh. Sizzle reel Speckled for the Oilers, Evan Bouchard. Cole Perfetti canvas for the Jets. Linus Allmark portrait for Ottawa. Encore Brant Clark, LA. Sizzle reel Dakota Joshua for the Canucks. Elias Pettersson, Young Guns, Vancouver. Brendan Duham. Outburst Silver for the Capitals. Sizzle reel Leo Carlsson for the Ducks. Josh Morrissey portrait for the Jets. Canvas Thomas Harley, Dallas. Ethan Frank, Young Guns for the Capitals. Composition Sebastian Aho, Carolina. Zane Parik encore, Calgary. Charlie Lindgren, Tracking Systems for the Capitals. Parker Ford, Young Guns for the Jets. Nice Austin Matthews, Swagnificent for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Compadres, Eichel Stone, Vegas. Goal-oriented Jack Eichel, Vegas. Oliver Moore, Young Guns canvas for Chicago. Victor Osman, Young Guns, Seattle. Composition, Sean Monahan, Columbus. Dylan Strome, encore for the Capitals. Composition, Speckled, Sebastian Aho, Carolina. Tracking Systems, Jacob Markstrom, New Jersey. Jesper Bratt, Bustle, New Jersey. Gabe Petto, Young Guns for the Rangers. Cup Quest, Hyman for the Oilers. Final pack, box 9. Dazzlers blue, Thomas Hardy. Dallas, Jacob Slavin, canvas, Carolina. Portrait of Matthew Tkachuk for Florida. Move a stack of base. Move on to the final 3 boxes. Case random number 2. On to box 10. 17,902. Encore blue, Noah Dobson for the Islanders. Connor Bedard, encore for Chicago. Bustle, Zach Werenski, Columbus. Compadres, McDavid and Draisaitl for the Oilers. Young Guns checklist, our second one of those. One will go to Montreal. One will go to Chicago. Kyle Connor Cup Quest for the Jets. Sizzle Reel Speckled, Matthew Nyes, Toronto. Samuel Montembeault, Canvas, Montreal. Cider Portrait for Detroit. Encore Tage Thompson, Buffalo. Bustle Brady Tkachuk, Ottawa. Oliver Moore, Young Guns, Chicago. Outburst Silver, David Pasternak, Boston. Tracking Systems, Jeremy Swayman, Boston. Levushnav Portrait for Chicago. Mario Ferrero, Canvas for the Sharks. Sam Morton, Young Guns for Calgary. Rasmus Dahlin, Compositions for the Buffalo Sabres. Encore, Zach Werenski, Columbus. Sizzle Reel, Kyle Connor for the Jets. Cam Lund, Young Guns, San Jose. Dazzlers Pink, Zach Werenski, Columbus. Tracking Systems, Aiden Hill, Vegas. Goal-oriented Artemi Panarin for the Rangers. Donovan Sabrango, Young Guns Canvas for Ottawa. Carter Mazur, Young Guns, Detroit. Compositions, Dylan Larkin, Detroit. Encore, William Eklund, San Jose. The composition speckled, Connor Bedard, Chicago. Compadres, Toffoli and Celebrini for the Sharks. Sizzle Reel for Nashville, Philip Forsberg. Michael Callahan, Young Guns for Boston. Cup Quest, Roman Josi, Nashville. Final pack, box 10. Dazzlers Blue, Thatcher Demko, Vancouver. Dostal, Canvas for the Ducks. Dylan Holloway, Portrait for the Blues. On to box 11. Encore, JT Miller for the Rangers. Sizzle Reel, Kirill Marchenko, Columbus. Zane Pudake, Young Guns for Calgary. Outburst Silver, Devin Tays for the Avalanche. Sizzle Reel, Sebastian Aho, Carolina. Compositions, Marco Rossi, Minnesota. Brant Clark, Canvas for LA. Quinn Hudson, Young Guns for the Oilers. Goal-oriented Brady Tkachuk, Ottawa. Jimmy Snuggerud, population count 500 for the Blues. Encore, John Carlson for the Capitals. Compadres, Tkachuk, Barkov, Florida. Ryan Suzuki, Young Guns, Carolina. Dazzlers Pink, William Nylander, Toronto. Sizzle Reel, Matthew Nyes, Toronto. Cup Quest, Kreider for the Rangers. William Eklund, Canvas, San Jose. Dominic Shine, Young Guns, Detroit. Portrait of Noah Osland for Buffalo. Encore, Wyatt Johnston, Dallas. Cup Quest, Kempe for LA. That's a speckled. Tracking Systems, Mackenzie Blackwood for the Avalanche. Bustle, Sam Reinhart, Florida. Ethan Frank, Young Guns for the Capitals. Portrait, Connor Bedard, Chicago. Dazzlers Blue, Philip Gustafson, Minnesota. Jeremy Swayman, Canvas for Boston. Connor McDavid, Compositions for the Oilers. Got a black and white Young Guns Canvas for Boston, Michael Callahan. William Carlson Encore for Vegas. Sizzle Reel, Wyatt Johnston, Dallas. Tracking Systems, Philip Gustafson, Minnesota. Olivier Rodrigue, Young Guns for the Oilers. Goal-oriented, William Nylander, Toronto. Final pack, box 11. Sizzle Reel Speckled, Wyatt Johnston, Dallas. Blake Coleman, Canvas for Calgary. Compositions, Lane Hudson, Montreal. 12th and final box, break 17902. Random number 2. All right, here we go with the final box. Case random number 2. Brandon Dillon, clear cut for the Devils. Kochkov, Encore, Carolina. Tracking Systems, Connor Hellebuck for the Jets. Bustle, Jonathan Marchessault, Nashville. Michael Callahan, Young Guns for Boston. Adam Fox, Portrait for the Rangers. Tracking Systems, Speckled, Elvis Merzlikins, Columbus. Kucherov, Canvas, Tampa Bay. Connor Bedard, Compositions, Chicago. Nikita Kucherov, Encore for Tampa Bay. Tracking Systems, Dostal for the Ducks. Jimmy Snoogerud, Young Guns for the Blues. Young Guns out per silver, Olivier Rodrigue for the Oilers. Bustle, Jake Gunsel, Tampa Bay. Goal-oriented, Leon Draisaitl for the Oilers. Canvas, Steven Stamkos, Nashville. Ville Koivunen, Young Guns for Pittsburgh. Compositions, Jason Robertson, Dallas. Gabe Petto, Encore for the Rangers. Arturi Lehkonen, Sizzle Reel for the Avalanche. Dylan Duke, Young Guns, Tampa Bay. Michael Amadio at a 250. Deluxe for Ottawa. Sizzle Reel Kachuk for Florida. Austin Matthews, Compositions, Toronto. The Goches are different last names, but the Suzukis are brothers, if I'm not mistaken. Dalibor Dvorsky, Young Guns Canvas for the Blues. Luca Cagnoni, Young Guns for San Jose. Goal-oriented, Elias Pettersson, Vancouver. Matt Barzal, Dazzlers Blue for the Islanders. Will Smith, Canvas for the Sharks. Seth Jarvis, Portrait, Carolina. Mackenzie Blackwood, Encore for the Avalanche. Goal-oriented, Speckled, Braden Point, Tampa Bay. Tracking Systems, Ilya Sorokin for the Islanders. Final pack. Break 17,902. Compadres, Matthews and Nylander, Toronto. Owen Sillinger, Young Guns, Columbus. And we wrap it up with the Cup Quest of Mitch Marner for Toronto. So there you have it, guys. There's case random number 2. We do have one random. It's the Canvas Checklist Kaprizov and Ovechkin. So let me get that set up, and that will wrap up our second case of the day. Minnesota, Washington. All right, Minnesota, Washington, Canvas Checklist, Kaprizov, Ovechkin, 4 times. Top one gets the card. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to Minnesota. Confirm 4 times, and there you have it, guys. Case number 2 complete. Highlight is that my voice hasn't died yet, Cy. We got a couple Demidovs, a couple nice outbursts. Ryan Suzuki, Deluxe Young Gun. Austin Matthews, Swagnificent. Oh, it's hurting. It's hurting. I'll try my best, though. Try my best. Get through the day. All right, case team by number 1 is up next, guys. I think we still got a few. Yes, the Quinn Hughes holo type. Still a few teams, I think, remaining before we can roll with Series 1 case team by number 1.